This is likely the only case I think I'll ever use to cover and protect my MacBook Pro. If you are interested in MacBooks whatsoever, you can easily tell they're simply one of the best looking laptops on the market. And if you haven't heard of Andar, they're one of the best when it comes to leather accessories based out of Arizona. And today I have their leather MacBook cover. And some of the questions I have when it comes to this is it actually protective? Is it good quality? And is it worth covering up my beautiful MacBook Pro? Now this case is called the Helm, which does come in two pieces, one for the top side and one for the bottom. It is made for the different sizes of recent MacBooks and it does start at 130 bucks. And for a laptop cover, yes, it is expensive, but you're also covering a super expensive laptop. And honestly, there's nothing quite like this when it comes to quality. In terms of material, this is made from top grain leather, which is actually considered the highest quality. You've got suede at the lowest end, genuine leather somewhere in the middle, top grain, and then full grain being the absolute best. The one I have is the brown colorway, which is a little bit darker, but still similar to the one I have on my iPhone 13 mini, which is the camel tan. But this has been used for about 4 months already. We can see how well it's patinaed over time, and with time I can definitely expect a beautiful patina with the case on my MacBook. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this looks after about 6 months. Of course, it has that recognizable leather smell and a debossed Andar logo. And one thing I really dig is that the logo is pretty minimal, so it's not out there in your face. And inside you do have that soft microfiber material, which helps keep the MacBook well protected. And of course, getting this onto my MacBook is as easy as ever. It just snaps right into place. And what really helps are these little black tabs that really help secure it firmly in place. I can definitely recommend a quick wipe down before installation to make sure there's no particles or dust that can cause abrasion on your MacBook. For this, I keep my MacBook closed and press it into the bottom and you get that satisfying click. Then I flip it over and snap it in on the top end. And double checking all those black tabs are secure, this really isn't going anywhere. I will say it doesn't come off as easily as it goes on, so it's not quite something you'll be removing ever so often. But if you do, you've just got to pry at the tabs to get it off. I do find this a little bit easier when using a plastic guitar pick. I always get nervous when prying around the display. When it comes to cases I like, it has to be beautiful, there has to be zero gap for dust and particles, and it can't come off too easily. And luckily this actually ticks those boxes. And this is how it looks once it's installed. Again, it's one of the only cases I'll ever use on my MacBook simply because it looks equally beautiful. And I can't say it's inexpensive by any means, but you definitely are paying for craftsmanship and quality. The case itself is practically gapless to the MacBook and straight up fits perfectly. It does make my MacBook a little bit heavier, but for myself, it's definitely worth the trade-off for the protection. Without the case, my Mac weighs about 1,600 grams, and after installation, only about 300 more. If you are using a vertical stand for your MacBook, just be mindful of how thick it gets. This is the popular one from GroveMade, and it actually still fits. For ports and vents, everything is still cut to precision, so you still have full access to all of your ports, and the vents on the Mac aren't obscured whatsoever, so there's no issue when it comes to airflow on the bottom or back end. Again, I don't typically cover up my MacBook because it is such a beautiful machine, but even with this case, it still looks damn good. And that's the Helm by Andar. I know I don't typically review cases and accessories, but this one is straight up beautiful, so I kind of wanted to talk about it. Definitely consider it an investment to protect your beautiful MacBook, but I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you are looking to pick one of these up, I will have a link down below in the video description. Anyways, that's been it. Thanks for watching. Till next time.